to get going here. So, so remember yesterday we reviewed all the different words and the different ways to make that long E sound. So we had EE, EA, E, and E consonant E. It goes in your works in progress folder. So we focused on words that just had EE. What sound does that EE make? That vowel team just makes one, it just makes E, long E sound, right? One E. We don't pronounce both of them, just one of them, right? So we know that there's several ways to make that sound, but today, what are we mostly going to focus on? Just most of your words today are going to be EE. There might be an occasional one. Okay, we need my friends to sit still for a minute. You might occasionally get an EA. Where are you headed? Okay. So EA, you might find an EA, you might even find just a plain old E or an E consonant E. Most likely it'll be one of these two if you see one today. All right. Remember when that happens, we count it as one vowel when we're when we're dividing it into syllables, right? I need you guys to sit still. That's very distracting, okay? So if you guys need to move a little bit so you can see me better, but yeah, this whole thing is not a great idea, Max. Thank you. All right. You were not the one I was speaking to, just so you know. It was the gentleman behind you. All right. So I would like you to take out your red word folder. And please take out your red word folder. And you need to look at last week's red words and this week's red words. Because we did not have a spelling test last week, so I will show you what they are. I have too many people who are out of the room. There's not a place to go at the moment, so you're going to need to wait till one of those gentlemen comes back. So listen was one of your words. This one, Ben, even though it's got that double E. And because those were this week's, last week's, hi. I have too many people gone at the moment. You can go soon, but I just have too many people gone right now. Your O, TOO, other, and where. So Evie, I'll let you go as soon as I can. All right. It's my job to make sure that, yep, go ahead and have a seat. I'll let you know as soon as I can. Yes, you can. Did everybody see which ones they are? Yeah, maybe can you and Serne and Lennox maybe share them? Because I know and actually, yeah. I understand. Sometimes that happens. So if you would like to come borrow some, they're right here. There. So I just said that. Does anybody who were here trying to do that other thing, you could have been listening to what I've got. So it's been, because, and listen. Where and other and to. So Mr. Gabe, if you want to borrow any of those, Mr. Lennox, Miss Serne, if you want to borrow any of those. Okay, August, where are your red words? Red words, red. Okay, so why don't you, so we have a couple of people have to borrow a couple of them. BEEN? Yeah, all right. You can't find any of it? Okay, will you not take all of them? Will you just take a couple and you can give Serne one? And then, how about if you guys just practice them from there? Gabe, why don't you guys just practice them from there? And then you guys can put them just in a pool. Does that work? Miss Astria, are you practicing them?
Wait, is it TOO or TWO?
So, meant also, that was last week. TO, I think I gave you the wrong one yesterday. I think I did give you the TWO. So it's TOO. So, all right.
Of them from last week.
All right, so go ahead and just sit down there and practice those with them. Everybody can take a turn to practice them.
Well, Cerne's taking them.
No, so Cerne, just sit right.
I'm putting this one.
Yeah, go ahead and practice it here so you can put it back in the center. Is that okay? Yeah, just practice it in the center. There. That makes perfect sense. Good job, Miss Sunny. You did some math there. Perfect. You're practicing your red words. from last week and this week, because we're about to have a test, and those 6 words are going to be on your test. Mr. Finn, where are your Redbirds, buddy?
I wasn't here last week.
So you need to practice this week's, and then the people who don't have last week's are coming up and practicing. So what should you be doing, Gabe? Grab one, practice it, put it down, grab another one you need, practice it. Lennox, grab one, touch it, do the practice, then you can put it back in. So Sawyer, the first thing you should do is find this week's words. Find this week's words. You've got those.
But because was
No, because was this week. Yep, you have that one. Yeah. I'm giving you some time to practice them before we have the test. So remember yesterday I asked you to put them together put them nice and neatly into your Redbird folder so we would be able to find them easily. Well, I probably need to watch other friends. No, it's all I get, so I get some ideas. Yeah, totally. Because I forget, you get in the routine and that's what you hear.
No, like in your head. I can even you can say that loud. Or you could do it. I've heard so many guys do it. You play girls, the cupcakes, yeah, I did. Demon.
All right, got 1 more minute and then I gotta get started. I'm sorry. You probably may have been gone that day, perhaps.
Yeah, so it's not only 44 and 36. That's why
Hey, Ben, did you go for all 6 of them? Where's the other one?
Yeah, you practice it. I didn't get to practice it. You can practice it together.
All right. Uh-oh.
Hey, Sarah.
I think I gave you guys the wrong one.
Yeah, because the because they're down there and then Surname.
I know, I gave you the wrong one. I gave you the last week's one.
Yeah, I don't need that. Hey, Abby, call it on the first
Oh, I still did that. Yes, that one has to. Oh, they gave them on separately.
I'm not big.
All right. So there are 6. Here, let me get this instead. All right, sorry, I have to trade for more lines for the Redbirds. This is last week. Nope, he's got to be spelling. He's supposed to be practicing the spelling right now. So he's not looking for correcting. All right, please put your name on your paper.
Oh,
All right, go ahead, please, go ahead and take your Redbirds. Please put your Redbirds away. Oh, you're going to do great, Renee. All right. Here we go. You know where they are? Yes. How did you do your Iditarod?
I don't know. I just lost my pencil.
You lost your pencil. All right.
You did it in your grade, but you really.
I was going to say, I know you wrote your Iditarod thing. So, all right, here we go. Miss Astria disappeared. All right. Here we go. Everybody, oh, I see several people who haven't put their name on their paper yet. I'm still waiting for that. Mr. August, you no longer need your computer. So where could you put it so you could better be actually, yeah, I don't love it when you do that. Can you put it actually inside your, is there any room inside the book? Or can you lay it flat? One of those two? I don't. So what's happened at least 3 times, and it's been my fault, is that when you prep it up, I have kicked it like 3 times and then it falls. So what can we do to, that might be a good idea. I just want to make sure it doesn't get broken because that'd be bad. All right, number 1. Here we go. Listen to the sentence because sometimes there are 2 spellings, right? We talked about how some of the words have EA and some of them have EE. It depends on the word that I'm saying. So make sure you listen to the particular word that you need. All right. So number 1, ready, Miss Astria? All right. Number 1 is listen to the sentence before you start writing. Beet. I ate the purple beet on my salad. Beet. I ate the purple beet. That's number 1, August. Beet. Make sure that all of your letters are facing the right direction and make sure you have the right vowel team. Yes. So Max, if sometimes yes, I do give a clue, but don't broadcast it. If they don't get it, they don't get it. If you get it, great. All right, number 2. What's really hard? The first one, beet. The purple beet was on my salad. Spell it just the best. Well, think about what our theme is this week. What's our theme?
It's good as long as you know what it says, right?
So think about what our vowel team was for the week. Number 2, deep. I like to swim in the deep end of the pool. Deep. Deep. I like the deep end of the pool. Deep. Deep. Think about what we're focused on this week for our vowel team. Number 3, if my friend Astria is ready. All right, number 3 is feel. I didn't feel very well last week.
Yeah.
Feel.
Yeah, that's same thing.
Feel. I didn't feel very well last week. Number 4, 2 syllables, 1 word. Are you ready, Miss Sunny? All right, 1 word, 2 syllables. All right, I'm giving you that hint. Indeed. I was indeed excited this morning about our celebration. Indeed. Indeed, you get excited about recess. Indeed.
Can T sound like D?
Sometimes, but not in this case.
Oh, okay, good.
Indeed. All right. Is everybody ready for the next one? Yep. Okay. Number 5, 16. You are allowed to get your driver's license at the age of 16. 1 word. 16.
My sister's 1 year old.
16. You can get your driver's license at the age 16.
My brother Alex is 15 right now, and at the beginning of May, he's gonna turn 16.
Oh, all right. Big excitement. Number 6. This is not our vowel team word for this week, but it is a vowel team word from a different week. And it even has it's 2 syllables. So it has two different ways to make the sound that you're going to hear repeated. Ready? Tailgate. Lots of people like to tailgate at football games.
Wait, is this
Tailgate. This is number 6. Tailgate. I don't know what your point. I'm sure she's not. If she could, yeah. Let's put all of our folders away for now, my friend. Did you? Yeah. Well, okay. If you really do, if you need it, it's okay. Tailgate. Did everybody get tailgate written down? Look at it really closely. Tailgate. So it's got two different ways to make that long A sound. I'll give you a hint. There are two different ways to make that long A sound. Yes, sir.
Like not only like a tailgate, like in football. Isn't it always like on the back of the truck?
It is. Yes, the tailgate got stuck on the back of the truck. That could be another sentence. Yep. It is that back part of the and it also means to get too close to somebody when you're driving. So you could say somebody also a sentence could have been, please don't tailgate when the person in front of you is driving slowly. That means to drive too close to them. Number 1 on red words. Are you ready? You practice these. Here you go. Number 1. Been. I have been sleeping in on Saturdays. Been. I have been sleeping in on Saturdays. 16. Number 2. Because I want to go home because I know I can take a nap when I get there. Because this is number 2 in the red words. Because I did not know that. Number 3. Listen. Please listen to the spelling words carefully. Listen. Now, each one of those words was a red word for a reason, right? So what I find out sometimes we talk about why it's a red word. You study it as a red word, and then some of you still spell it the wrong way. That we talked about was why it was wrong, why it's a red word. So double check right now that those 3 words are spelled correctly based on why we know they're red words. Okay? Because I want you to get all 3 right. All right, number 4. So we're going to have red words from last week, all right? Number 3 was listen. Yep. You good now? Ready for 4? Oh, I didn't change yours out. That's okay. Just write a line. I'm sorry. I missed it. Sorry. Number 4 is where. Where did the puppy go? Where? Where did the puppy go?
That's more like Converse. He used to where he always ran away. My dog's at my house.
All right. Oh, double check that it's spelled. Why it's spelled weird, right? Why it's a red word. Number 5. Mr. August is ready. Is Miss Astria ready for number 5? All right. Number 5. Yes, Mr. Renee. Okay, but you're gonna miss the words that you're gone while you're gone. Go ahead, go quick. Number 5 is to. It's okay. I want to go with you to. I want to go with you to. The words to. So think about all the different ways. We know 3 different ways to spell to.
I was here last week.
Okay. Well, you were on Zoom. Probably no. That was before. I want to go with you too. You remember? Oh, good. No, no, that was 5. Now we're on 6. You ready, Astria? Good. All right. Number 6, other. I went to the other parking lot. Other. You double check that they are spelled correctly. Other. All right, number 1. Your sentence number 1. Here we go. I will repeat it many times, but I also need you right now. This is driving Mrs. Harrison absolutely bonkers. Write cups right now. Because you are checking off your cups and actually not doing what you checked off that you did. So make sure when you're done with your sentence and you mark off the C, what does the C actually mean? Capital. So you need to go back to your sentence. Do I actually have a capital? And look at it. If it is a capital, then you can mark off the C. Understanding, read each word and make sure you didn't leave any out. That's your U. P, punctuation. Make sure it has an end mark. And S is for spelling. Make sure each word is spelled correctly. So the U is understanding. So that's reading that sentence back to yourself, because sometimes we forget words. Got to be careful and read it back and make sure it makes sense. All right, here we go. Number 1. You can plant beets from seed. You can plant beets from seed. I will keep repeating it. Hold on. You can plant beets from seed. You can. It's a plant. So you can plant it with a seed. You can plant beets from seed. So seed is one of those funny words where it can be an S. It can mean, but it also, plural, you can have a bag of seed and it means more than just one inside it. You can plant beets from seed. If you put an S on it though, I wouldn't have marked it wrong. If you would really like to put an S on seeds, you can. I won't mark it right. If you spell, but you have to spell the rest of it right, right? All right. Anybody need me to repeat it one more time? All right. You can plant beets from seed. So do your cups. Do you have, so Miss Cernay, number 1, we're on number 1 right now, okay? So you might have to skip a little bit and then come back, okay? But number 1 is you can plant beets from seed. So get as much of that as you can. We're going to go on to number 2 in just a moment, but I can go back to number 1 again, okay?
I don't know about spelling.
Well, that's why you're going to go back to each word and say, does that look right? Does it follow the rules that we've fought, right? All of my words have to do with the rules that we've been learning, right? You can plant. So right when I say it out loud, what should you be doing on your eyes should be doing? Double checking that your eyes should be looking at your words, making sure they match, right? So your eyes should be on your sentence, on your paper when I say it one more last time. You can plant beets from seed. All right, put cups for the next one. So Miss Cernay, don't stress out, but we're going to go on to the number 2. But you can go back to do number 1, and I can repeat some more on number 1, and I know you missed a couple words too. All right, we're ready for number 2? All right, this one also starts with the word you. You have 2 feet and a heel on each. You have 2 feet and a heel on each. Best handwriting. I see some of us who are not doing our best handwriting. You have 2 feet and a heel on each.
That probably makes sense because I have like a heel on a sneaker.
You have 2 feet
Yeah.
and a heel on each. Going okay, Miss Astria? Going good? Okay. Just didn't want you to think I forgot you. All right. You have 2 feet and a heel on each. So some of you are already done. I want you looking at those words and making sure. Are your letters facing the right direction? Do you have all of your cups? You should be checking through cups.
Wait, each feet or
You have 2 feet and a heel on each.
okay.
You have 2 feet and a heel on each. So, Miss Evie, there are 2 other of those containers in this room. I think one of those other choices would have been better. A little further away, but better. That way you wouldn't have had to invade. I know, but you could have gotten away without invading somebody else's space. Here we go. I'm going to read it again. Everybody should be looking at your words. Make sure you have 2 feet and a heel on each. All right. Yes, today is 3/5, March 5th, 2021. Okay, go make sure you checked off your cups on both sentences. And if both are good, I will have you turn it in a moment. I'm going to catch up surname, Miss Astria. All you need to do is your usual. Go ahead and take a picture of that for me. Make sure you can, on your picture, that you can read all the words for me. I mean, I can see them. And then send it to me and attach it to the assignment. All right. Okay, I'm going to let you go. So you have a couple of minutes before the next thing because we have Powtoons next. Woohoo! All right. Bye, Miss Astria.